G'day Raiders family, it's Berkey and welcome to 2023. Oh, sorry, 2022. God, sorry guys, 2022. Bit of foot in mouth, but look, thank you so much for welcoming me back into your video screens, homes, businesses, mobile phones, iPads, wherever you might be on this wonderful day. 7th year of Berkey's Top 10. And God, where's those 7 years gone? I don't know, but it's wonderful to be back. Technology now allows me to come to you via video, which is awesome. And you can basically just get involved here for those who haven't been here before, guys. Berkey's Top 10, I take a really nice in-depth look each week with a preview of the Raiders games, the opposition, various things I think the opposition might try to do to exploit some perceived weaknesses in the Raiders to get a win, and also some areas of our game each week where I think we can certainly, if we play to our potential, get the 2 points, guys. So for those who haven't been here before, a big welcome. So guys, it's just a nice interactive video. All the socials are involved. So if you want to give feedback, commentary, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, by all means. I'd love to be involved and have a really vibrant chat about the big, mighty green machine. So guys, Cronulla today, first, it's my phone, it's all happening. So guys, yeah, Cronulla today, first game of the year, always brings a lot of excitement, both sides, both supporters, high expectations around how their sides are going to go. Cronulla are no exception, as are the Raiders. So I want to dive into the Sharks first, sort of in twos where I think their main strengths are. I'm going to start with Nick Hines and Matt Moylan. So these guys are experienced halves. They're experienced players. I wouldn't say they're experienced halves. Hines in particular at Melbourne played the occasional halfback 5'8" type of role, but he was more or less a fullback winger. So I don't know his expertise or pedigree in moving a side around the field. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he plays. They've definitely got experience. They've definitely got big match experience. Hines is a premiership winner with the Storm. Moylan, as we know, is injury prone, but on his day, he can certainly has a very, very crafty football brain. So I really see those two guys running the whole show today. So they'll be doing a lot of the kicking, they'll be doing a lot of the sweeping work, and they'll be doing a lot of, obviously, their attack and their kicks will really come down to those two. So we've got to be really wary of them. We've got to put a lot of pressure on their inside from the markers to make sure we take away their time with the ball. In this age of speed, it's those second efforts that can really make an impact to sides trying to attack. And if we can nullify those two by taking away their time, it's going to go a long way to their win. So Moylan will probably play left edge, I'm thinking, our right edge. So he really delays the pass very well. He'll go very, very deep into our line, try and look for runners. So we just got to make sure that we don't have fractured defence. Raymond and Molotino are my next twos. So they're centres. So I'm looking at our centres, which I'll come to when we cross over the rail to the Raiders in James Schiller and Matt Tomoko. I think Cronulla would feel they've got a bit of an edge in centres and centre experience. Schiller's debut, Tomoko I think's played no more than 10, 15 NRL games. Mulitano and Raymond are experienced campaigners. So I really think Moylan and Hines will really try and exploit our edges a lot, trying to get Schiller and Tomoko in two minds, particularly in defence. I can see Moylan and Hines running a lot of edge plays with their edges, as well as bringing the centres into it, trying to make James Schiller and Matt Tomoko overcommit. So I really see that as a strength for Cronulla, just the experience they've got in their centre pairings. Ramey's a big body, hard to contain. Mulitano's a tall guy, very good on his feet, can be susceptible to pressure. So, we may have a bit of a chink there. Tomoko's very strong, but I'm just thinking that's where I think Cronulla will really play their attack a hell of a lot, is trying to win that ruck and then get some quick play of the balls to hit our wedges to try and put a lot of pressure, early pressure, on James and Matt. So we just got to be aware of that. Number 3, I've gone from Bash and Barge. Looking at the Cronulla forward pack, I'm thinking that they're really going to try and muscle up early. Looking at the starting pack of Rudolph, Hayman Nakore and Dale Finucane, who's their captain, I can really see a very physical game. They're going to bring on Talakai, Royce Hunt, ex-Canberra player, and Fafita. So they've got some big bodies there. I can really see them trying and bash and barge us early to try and get those yards through the middle to allow Moylan and Hines to take the ball on the front foot. So we've got to repel that early bash and barge mentality. Don't give them easy yards, particularly don't give them easy penalties coming out of their end when it's these early games. So we've really got to be careful of our discipline and make sure that when their bench players come on, we're on the front foot. So that's the Sharks, where I think they may try and exploit us. Let's go to the Raiders. Jack's 200th, number 4. So a huge milestone. Jack's been one of our unsung heroes for a number of years now. Wonderful player, great fullback, great centre, now a fantastic 5'8". More importantly, we can't get overawed by Jack's 200th. Yes, it's his 200th. It's a monumental achievement, but we just got to keep playing our natural game. Jack's got to keep playing his natural game, and we'll get the win. But it is a very, very important milestone, 200 games, most definitely, for the life of Jack Whiten. I'll come to Schiller and Tomoko now. So as I said, young guys, Schiller on debut, Tomoko 10 to 15 NRL games. But what they do bring is vibrance. They bring enthusiasm. Unusual not to see Jared there, but obviously James Schiller, Ricky doesn't give out A-grade jerseys easily. So James has obviously earned his spurs to nab that centre pairing or that centre spot, and it's up to his to lose. Really solid performance tonight. He can keep his centre in check and also make some inroads himself. We're going to be in good stead. These guys can't be overawed. I don't think Tomoko will be. James Schiller have either Hudson Young or maybe Corey Harawira-Naera, I'm thinking, on his inside. So he's got some good experience there to settle him down. And he's just got to take up and suck in that vibrancy and that excitement to make sure he plays a team game, but gets in and takes the load off our forwards when required. Number 6, I've gone for Hudson Young, who's playing his 50th game, no small milestone either, and Corey Harawira-Naera, who signed a next 3-year extension this afternoon, which is great news for the Raiders family. These guys are our real difference tonight, I think. Great edges. Once again, I can see our attack with Jack and with Brad Schneider really playing to our edges. I think that's a great strength over the Cronulla edges of Britton Nakora and Tyg Wilton, who I don't know a lot about, but I think our edges have a distinct advantage. So I can see us playing a lot there as well. So it's really going to be, I think, one around those edges and centres tonight. But I think our edges of Hudson and Corey are first rate and first class, particularly with footwork. Harawira-Naera's a big body, gets a nice ball away. So once again, I'm expecting Shans to be sniffing around there. Would have loved to have seen Xavier Savage around there, but he's not. But I think we'll get some really good half chances with our edges in that respect. Ball control, number 7, critical in these early games. Most guys haven't played a full game now for 6-7 months. So training is not the same as playing. So totally chalk and cheese. So ball control these early games, you don't want to be doing 5, 6, 7, 8 more sets of 6 tackles than your opposition. It's still early in the year. There's still a little bit of heat around, but our ball control and our discipline, you'll hear me say it week in, week out, is so important that we don't overexert a lot of energy early in doing, as I said, extra sets of tackles when we don't need to. So ball control in these early rounds particularly is paramount. Number 8, I've gone bench rotation. Looking at the Cronulla bench, big bodies. Tolman, Talakai, Hunt, Fafita. But I think our bench is really good. Horsburgh, Elliott, Gula, and Tommy. So out of those 8 bench players, I think Starling's the real linchpin there. He gets on when those guys get on. He'll certainly do some damage with Fafita and Hunt and Talakai. They're big meathead type of forwards. They turn like the Queen Mary to chase. So Tom's our linchpin there when he gets on. 20, 25-minute mark, roughly the same time as the Cronulla bench players come on. But our point of attack will change. There'll be a lot more dummy half runs from Tommy, but we've got to win that ruck for him. We need quick play of the balls to allow Tom to scoot in behind the ruck. But I think our edge or our bench is really pivotal to getting us to 2 points tonight. Number 9, I've gone for speed around the rucks. I just mentioned it. So most important when Tom comes on, that we're all moving forward together. We can't just let him go one out because Cronulla can sit back and pick him off. So when he goes, we need runners on the right and the left to follow him forward, to give options so the defence don't crowd Tom in, because he's going to be one on and easy pickings. And number 10, I've gone our back three. No Rapana, but we've still got some big bodies in our back three. Shans, Nick Kotrick, back first game in a couple of years, and Semi. So we've got a lot more muscle in our back three than Cronulla. So, you know, if our back three are running for 150, 200 metres tonight each, it's going to take a lot of pressure off our forwards trying to get back to do that dirty work and that dirty mongrel stuff you don't like to see of getting the ball out of our end. So our back three, I think, are really key to giving us good field position. They're going to expect a bit of a barrage early, I think. I think they will try and bomb Valemei regularly. Semi, I don't think, is as good under the high ball as Nick. So we've got to be prepared for that bomb onslaught from Hines and from Moylan to Valemei's wing. So Raiders fans, that's it. First one of the year, guys. Bit rusty. I apologise. Haven't practiced as much. But look, can't wait for this first game. I'm excited. The shirt's ready to rock and roll. But everything else, can't wait for this one to begin in a couple of hours, guys. And as always, guys, this is Berkey, Bleed Green, out.